My next guest has been a huge influence on the Long Island punk emo scene and a founding member of such legendary bands like the MOVIELIFE and Taking Back Sunday, which has become one of the biggest rock bands to come out of the early 2000 era and still rocking today. Here he is, folks, the one and only EDDIE Reyes. Eddie,
hey, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I also started a band back in the day called Inside.
Nice. Yeah.
I know Mike Malamo likes to take credit for it, but I named the band and started it. Also, I was in Mind Over Matter back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Wow. Damn, man. Yeah. So you were rocking the scene, mainly the hardcore scene back in the early days.
Yeah, it was like Mind Over Matter was kind of like a post-hardcore thing we did, but like Clockwise was a straight up like hardcore, Long Island hardcore thing, and Inside was me trying to be Sunny Day Real Estate. And those guys are gonna hate me now because they're doing shows again. And I don't know, Taking Back Sunday, MOVIELIFE was, I just wanted to be in a band with Vinny Caruana because he was such a good kid and I was friends with his brother. And I started MOVIELIFE, and then MOVIELIFE was basically what Taking Back Sunday took off. It just wasn't working out, and I was kind of being a brat and wanted things my way. So I kind of like told the guys, love them, keep the band going, and they kept MOVIELIFE going. And then I was sitting in a coffee shop in Islip, Long Island,
nice,
with my buddy Antonio Longo, the original singer.
Right.
I said, I'm going to start another band. It was at a coffee shop, and I do remember what's his name from Brand New, Jesse used to work there, and they used to have shows at this place. And that's where Taking Back Sunday had their first show. With none of the people that are in it right now. It was just me and like four other dudes.
Yeah,
and then
you and Jesse, right? Was he singing at the time, or
no? Jesse was just playing bass. Because John Nolan had just joined the band. And John was friends with Jesse, and I mean, I knew Jesse, but I wasn't really friends with him. And Jesse filled in for bass for a couple shows, and then he quit and started Brand New.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 19. And believe it or not, I know they always put 1999. You know, the band started in October 28th of 1998. That's the exact date. So I turned around to Antonio Longo and said, I'm starting a new band. You want to be in it?
Hey, what's up? Just checking out the map, you know, because I do most of the driving. This is my map. This is my fridge area where I keep my food and my beverage, tasty beverage. I've been sipping on this for like 3 days.
Do you ever think Taking Back Sunday would become what you guys have became, and like, it's just incredible, the journey?
It is.
Like, do you see that? Do you foresee being a bona fide rock stars?
No. We were already respected musicians, and Long Island had one of the biggest scenes in the freaking world, man. I mean, I know Seattle likes to take credit for grunge or punk, whatever they call it, but you know, Long Island had one of the big, so we didn't care. We already had the big scene, man. We were selling our merch, and kids, we were having a great time and getting by and just living the dream. Like, you know, kind of like when kids catch on to you on Long Island, that means you did something good. Yeah, because there's no shitty bands on Long Island. There's no shitty bands. I don't care what anybody says. Right. Incendiary, Sound Majority, I can name a million bands. We're all fucking great bands. Glassjaw, great band.
Glassjaw, yeah.
All of our Long Island scene has influenced the fucking world. Excuse my language.
No, but, it's all good. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So yeah, and then when I started Taking Back Sunday, it was just, again, it was out of, I wanted to do something like, I don't know, I was more into like the At the Drive-In-ish, like Discordy sound. So I wanted to do something crazy, like Lincoln or Hoover. So when I started Taking Back Sunday, it was really meant to be like that, and it just turned into another typical melodic post-hardcore Long Island band. That was good, and people liked it. So,
yeah, and I think that's what, like, I remember the first time I heard of you guys. I was writing for Good Times, and the first time I went and saw you guys live, because I was already loved the album, Tell Your Friends and all that was just coming
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and buzz was really starting to pop. I mean, you guys were, like you said, bubbling from the early days. You already got the Long Island behind you, and now you guys got the CD out, and I saw you guys at Sports Plus
Oh
in
yeah.
like 2003, and
Jesus Christ. I was just talking about that show.
dude,
Just
that was
talking about that show to my fiance, because my fiance still has a T-shirt of the show. She went to go see me play at the Blossom Arena here in Ohio, and it was the
nice.
day that my son was being born. So literally, the last song, I handed my guitar over to I don't know if it was one of the guys from My Cam, or I don't remember, or maybe it was Steve Padula or somebody. But I handed them the guitar and I said, "Peace out" to the crowd, and I jumped in the car, went right to the hospital. Literally 10 minutes later, my son popped out. So
Wow,
I remember that show. Yeah, I
what a
remember.
night that was.
But anyway, I was telling her about the Sports Plus show and how crazy that show was. I didn't think we were good at all. I thought we were terrible, but I still had fun.
Oh
You
man,
know,
for me, I'm sitting there, right? I'm just covering it, and I was blown away. I mean, the stage presence, the energy, the vibe, the energy was like true rock and roll, and you guys just killed it that night. And then I got to interview. You weren't in the room, but but a
hey,
lot of the
smile.
other.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off. Just
Okay,
smile. So I'm taking a picture
all
for.
right.
I'm gonna post it.
Oh,
Is that
nice.
okay if I do that?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You get a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Uh, I can't. I don't know how to fucking do this. Here we go. Okay, smile. There you go. All right. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, man. And I was just blown away, and I was like a fan pretty much ever since, like, just listen to you guys in my, all the time. Um so kudos to that, and to that show, and that time period, especially on Long Island and abroad. But this, like you said, the scene was popping. Tell me
Yeah,
about
man.
those early days, man, when all these kind of great bands were emerging, and how'd you find your place, so to speak, like in the earlier days?
Oh man, I can't. I don't remember. I've been going to shows since L7 existed, bro.
Wow,
I was
dude.
I was I was the quiet little Spanish kid that stood in the back of shows because I was afraid of everybody. Like Hoya from Madball and all those guys always talk about how, because I'm good friends with all those guys, and they're like,
Nice, yeah.
we never really knew like to be like in everybody's face because I was always the quiet guy. But man, shit. You mean how it started for me or the band?
I guess just like encapsulate the scene in that time period, like from the
Oh, okay.
mid 90s through,
Yeah.
the
You mean late
2000s.
80s?
Yeah,
You mean,
yeah. Yeah, because me and
uh,
you are about the same age. I'm
yeah.
yeah, I'm 1971 born, so you're
Yeah,
like, I
I'm
think.
turning 52 in November, so
Oh, there you go. I'll be 53 in August, so yeah, we're.
yeah, you look good. You look good.
So do you, man.
Uh yeah, man, I'm trying to get in shape. I lost like 70 pounds. I've been working out. I got this new band, so I'm trying to get
Yeah,
back into it.
there you
But
go, man.
okay, as far as it started for me, man, shit. Man, you know what? Long Island hardcore is like, if it wasn't for Lindenhurst, if it wasn't for Amityville, Massapequa, Freeport, and Northport, there would be no Long Island hardcore.
Yeah,
That's just it. You had the PWAC at Lindenhurst. Okay, you have the Amityville Music Hall, which was 50 million fucking names growing up.
right. Yeah,
Then you had the Northport Pipeline, which is legendary.
yeah.
One of the best shows I saw there was 7 Seconds. Um,
Oh, nice.
and then Freeport. You remember the Right Track In?
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
used to
back
book.
in the day.
I used to book shows there. Yeah,
Damn, yeah, man. So
but
you,
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about it. I've told this story a million times, and I know I'm getting old now because I'm forgetting things. But it was just, man, I don't know. I can't explain it. I think the Sundance on Bayshore.
oh yeah, that was
Me,
right in my
me and
backyard. I'm Brentwood
yeah,
guy.
me and General George went to a show, and we saw Voivod. Uh, I
Yeah.
believe it was Voivod, Bad Brains, and Soundgarden.
Wow, damn. Yeah,
And
what a bill.
Soundgarden opened, and that's what got me into like. That's when I was like, because I was a metalhead, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love, but I wasn't like a Metallica metalhead. I listened to like Celtic Frost and Entombed and shit like that, like
Right, right.
Creator. So anyway, that was the show that turned me into a crossover kid. I call myself a crossover kid. I'm into everything, metal, punk, whatever.
And in those days, it wasn't popular to do that.
No, it was.
Yeah, either one or the other.
Yeah, it was fights, and like I'm sitting there breaking up fights between the punks and the skinheads and the hardcore kids and the metalheads who were idiots. But then eventually everyone started getting along, and the metalheads caught on and said, "Shit, this hardcore is pretty cool." And then it just blew up, man. I mean, New York had New York. You always had Agnostic Front and all those great bands that I used to go out there and see. But when I used to go out there and see that, I was like, why aren't we doing that shit at home? Why am I jumping on a train and going all these things? So that's how we started booking shows out here. Well, me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't know. I hope that answered the question. I don't know how to answer that.
No, so that's pretty cool. So I mean, I knew you were a staple of the scene, but booking shows, you really kind of brought the vibes and the sound, into the island. I mean, not solely probably, but you were definitely part of the movement. Yeah.
Yeah, I would book shows. Christian McKnight came in later in the scene, but he was there for a long time. I'm saying he came later, and Christian started booking shows. Artie Philly booked shows. Artie Shepherd, who I don't know if he's still a part of it, but St. Vitus, just man, a million people booked shows, but we all worked together. We had like a community, and then when we opened the PWAC in Lindenhurst, that community worked together, and I didn't do as much as I wanted to at the PWAC, but I helped out as much as I can. It was my second home.
Right.
But I think the PWAC is what blew up Long Island hardcore, to be honest. Like, that was when we had Fugazi play and Orange 9mm, or was it Burn? I don't remember. But like we started getting those bands. We were like, oh shit, we're like in deep. This is for real.
Yeah, man.
And it was fun.
Because Fugazi, man, they were kind of one of the sparks of them, Sunny Day Real Estate and all those types of bands. Like
2,000 people that night. It was crazy. Yeah. We even had kids breaking the windows in the back of the warehouse trying to sneak in. It was great. That's punk rock. That's hardcore.
I know you're still in the music and doing things and still in bands, but do you miss those days of before you're blowing up?
Man, I've lived in Ohio now for 18 years. I miss Long Island. I miss all my friends. I tell them all the time, I miss everybody. I love them. Next week, I bugged Wally from Quicksand. I was like, yeah, you're going to be in Cleveland. And I know Skirty, Justin Skirts, I think he's on tour with them. But I'm excited to see old faces next week,
Yeah, man.
But I miss everybody. I miss the scene, man. Ohio doesn't have a scene. We're trying, man. But the people here, they I don't know. There's a hardcore scene. Don't get me wrong. Cleveland is great. But where I'm at, out in Sandusky, we're trying. We have a venue, studio. We're bringing in bands. We're doing emo nights. We're doing metal nights, goth nights. So we're trying to build a scene here. But for a while, there was no scene here. It's just all new metalheads and butt rock people, man, and people that like all juggalos and shit.
Right.
Yeah. But I miss Long Island for that reason, because, man, there was a group of guys and kids, all of us. I'd say maybe about 8 of us, and we said, "Fuck it," and we're just gonna do this on our own, and that's how it started. Cool. I mean, people always like, "Oh, Ed, you got to do this documentary. You're the godfather of Long Island hardcore and all that." I don't like taking that credit at all. I like knowing that I was a part of it, and I was a part of maybe 5 dudes who busted their asses. So, but it's an honor.
That would be awesome, to do a documentary about.
No, they have. There's a ton of documentaries that are coming out about the Long Island hardcore scene, the New York scene. I had to do them all.
Good, man.
Yeah, I flew out to Detroit to do a big documentary. I don't know when it's coming out, but we'll see.
Because it's like once in a generation you get to be part of a musical movement like that, or something that takes the world by storm. Hey, there we go. What's his name or her name?
That's my second wife, Finny. She doesn't leave me alone. This cat I play guitar. She sits on my shoulder. I This is my imprint. She's imprinted on me. I've had her since she was like 2 months old.
Wow. Yeah. So she's
Yeah.
just the second
I'm
wife.
sorry.
That's great.
I had to do that because she was doing this with her paw, like trying to get my attention.
I
All right,
was
what were we
saying,
talking about?
I was saying,
Hey,
like, to be part of a scene like this, and at the beginning, like, kind of, yeah. I mean, I know technically it wasn't the very beginning of the kind of emo scene, but definitely at the beginning of when it started to break to
right.
mainstream and really
Yeah.
pop. And you know, you see these kind of things like,
Look, all day I'm changing strings. All right.
nice.
Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and I know it's, you know, we get, you know, you have the grunge scene and you have the, you know, the all these different scenes, hair band scene. So to be part of a scene like this from the beginning stages and really be responsible, like, you know, they're calling you the Godfather of hardcore in Long Island and all these things for really strong reasons, and I believe it to be true. But what's it feel like
No,
when
no,
you
no.
look back at it?
Roger Moret. Okay, dudes like Hoya, dudes like Freddie Madball, dudes like Walter Schreifels. I can name a million. Those guys are the Godfathers. I was just taught by a wonderful group of wonderful musicians, and I took what they did and carried it on. And I just don't like being called the Godfather of Long
Right.
Island. I like being. You know what? You know what though? I take it as an honor to be considered as one of the staples.
Yeah.
But I when people are constantly like doing interviews and people are like, so you're the Godfather. I'm like, no, stop. Everyone stop. I just wonder if it's a mean joke some of my friends from Long Island are doing to me. Yeah. So again, I'm sorry. Again.
I was going to say to like, just to be on the cusp of something like that. You know, just to see it blow up and to see it kind of cross over was that you know, how'd that feel, and were you something must be very proud of?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't explain it. There's no explanation really. I mean, it just happened. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that shit just it just like you look back at these things. Like I did watch a documentary and I was like, it was about a bunch of different musicians. Like it was me, the Duffy from
Guns,
you know, Guns N' Roses, because he was talking about his old hardcore days. Because
right.
Duffy used to be in hardcore bands.
Yeah.
So it was really cool doing all those podcasts, but I was just like, oh fuck, I don't even know where I'm going with this. My ADHD is kicking in. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, it's an honor. Yeah, it's definitely an honor. I'm proud. I'm a proud Long Island hardcore dude. You know, like I don't know. I'm proud of it. I got lucky. I was born in the right place. That guy, my parents flew over from Colombia in '63 and decided to build a house in Amityville. You know, I wouldn't know about this if that didn't happen, right?
It's weird how life works like that. It just, God puts you right in the right place at the right time, and you know, just spark something inside of you, and you ended up kind of changing the game, changing the, you know, like look what you guys did with Taking Back Sunday alone. I mean, you blew up. You saw the world. You know, it was like lightning strikes, you know.
A million times. I've seen so many crazy. I tell my kids that my son's always, no, my son's a musician. My son's better. My son's better than me.
That's awesome, man. That's what you want, right?
I go in his room. Like the other night, he was playing this sick. My son's more into like cursive style. So he's more of like a artsy fartsy indie kind of guy. He's not tough enough for hardcore, I told him. But man, he's better than me. I opened the door. I was like, hey, what's that riff? And he's like, no, you can't have it. I was like, okay. You know, so it's just, I don't know where I was going with that. But whichever.
How do the kids react when you play them, like Taking Back Sunday or Movie Life? Or are they into that stuff? Or is it because it's dads?
They treat me like I'm their dad. When they were, I think now the older they get, 18, 17, you know, the more they're appreciating me. They're taking me more serious.
Right.
You know, like, and it's cool. Like but they respect me like in an adult way, not in like they don't treat me like, oh, dad, you're stupid or whatever. They're like, no, that's my dad. He's freaking awesome, and you should be happy you know him. Like I literally, that's how my son introduces me to people, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, but no, man, they're just my kids, man. You know, I never pushed. They will never have what I had, so I'm not pushing that on them. They have their own life.
Right.
Just don't do drugs. Be nice to people. Open door for old people. Say thank you to your servicemen. That's all I ask from you. You know?
Right.
And I never pushed music on them or anything. And both of them, like my daughter's a sick artist who's got accepted to the Chicago Institute of Art. She's leaving next year. Yeah. But she's a good bassist. My son's a sick drummer. And I'm like, what am I doing? I should be in a band with my kids. But no, man, they treat me, they I don't know. I just try to be a good father figure. Like, for a while there, I wasn't a father figure. For a while there, I was a drunk. I hated my bandmates. I hated touring. I hid from the people. And the only time you saw me is when I walked up on stage and played music, get off stage and go to a bar by myself and get drunk. You know what? I couldn't do that no more. I lost my wife. My kids didn't see me grow. So I think that's another big part of the life change, that I want to be more in my kids' life. So I've been raising in the last. They keep me sober. I keep them sober. That's just how it goes. So I think that's how they look at me. Like, yeah, my dad's a big rock star, but my dad is this guy that gave up all that shit, to be a dad, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, I commend you, and I think that's a huge thing, and it gives me the goosebumps thinking about it, that you made that tough decision to walk away from a band at its peak, pretty much, and to clean your life up and connect with your kids, and hearing these stories about how great your kids are doing and all of this, and that you're taking them on as a single dad and all that.
Not to take away from their mom. I'm saying
right, yeah.
Their mom went through a lot with me.
Yeah.
And now it's my turn to be a parent, and she's still their mom. I'm just saying, kids live with me. Right. I changed my life. I raised my kids. I'm just making sure they're going the right way, and I do it by carrying my coin every day.
God bless, man. Good.
Oh,
congratulations. That's awesome,
honey. I thought you were going straight to your mom's. That's my beautiful other half.
Hey, how are you?
She's supposed to be going to PA today and leave me alone, but she's not. I'm kidding.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, you okay? All right, just give me a second. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no,
dude, I don't even know where this conversation's going. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm talking to an old friend. I
feel like I've known you forever, man. This is great. Yeah, no, I just think it's a says a lot about you and your character, that you were able to do that, to walk away from the band, and take care of the family.
Yeah, I regret it. I wished things could have been done differently on their side too, because they're not innocent either. Like, no one is. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I thought my brothers would have stood with me, and they did for as long as they can, and unfortunately we parted ways.
Do you talk to them now, or?
No, I always think about them every day, but I doubt they don't even know who I am anymore. I think Adam hit me up, like I hit him up to say happy birthday, and then he hit me back. And, we're friendly,
right?
I haven't talked to Mark in a while, which is rough, but apparently I heard he's not even been playing with them. He's been like home. So I don't know. It's been weird. It's a rough subject. I miss those guys. I don't miss what that world did to me. I miss the hardcore scene. I miss when it was fun and innocent. I miss when shows were shows, when it had purpose. I miss the success of Taking Back Sunday. Obviously paying the bills, and I miss seeing the kids' faces who look up at me like, but there's just certain things I don't miss, and then so it's weird, it's like you had this beautiful thing you created, and it fucked you up, and now you're really scared of it, but you miss it. Does that make sense?
Totally, man.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
So, like, if I was ever given the opportunity to go back to Taking Back Sunday, I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. 100% honesty. Like, I don't know. I would have to, it's just a lot. I've been through a lot. I did a lot of stupid things, and just, I'm good where I'm at.
Right. Yeah.
I'm old, man. I'm old. I don't have it. I don't have it in me. See, people don't understand that. People are like, you miss touring, but people don't understand is that I'm like 10 years older than those other dudes.
Right. Yeah.
Those guys are still in their early 40s, so they can tour.
Yeah.
Man, I'm beating up, man. I'll go out and do like a week, maybe a weekend.
Right. Yeah, those tours could be rough, and also, being with the band for that long a period of time, and just all the personalities and all that kind of stuff can weigh heavy as well. And
I mean, those guys are my brothers. I love them. Like, if I knew one of them was hurt or in trouble, I'd drop everything and go and help them. I hope they would know that. My manager knows how I am, because I'm still friends with my manager. But it's just, man, sometimes brothers need a couple of years.
right.
I need to sober up. I need to fix my mental health issues, therapy, rehab, all that shit, man. So, but I'm ready to get back out there. Lost some weight.
Looking good, man.
I got a new band called Dead Hands.
Dead Hands? Nice.
Yeah, it's like, it literally is just fucking breakdown hardcore shoegaze. That's all it is.
Nice.
Every song, we purposely wrote every song to be a mosh. So, and it's like 5 old dads trying to do this with real
awesome.
jobs,
That's great, man. So what are you like? What's the plans with Dead Hands? You gonna tour? You gonna come to Long Island and rock out over here?
Maybe. I mean, I tried. I started another band a couple of years ago, and it didn't work out. And I got to play with them in New York, and it wasn't much of a show. But hopefully this time around, if we do go back there, people will know that I'm in town and come down and see us play. I don't know. I mean, we want to tour, but then again, we're also dudes in a band have like serious jobs. So it's like, it'll probably be like one of those 2 weeks out of the summer tour and a lot of weekends. That's what it's going to be.
Hey, man, that freaking rocking. You're still rocking. You're still doing it, getting out of your system. You've conquered so much stuff, and it just says so much. A guy who's from Long Island created and helped push a whole genre of music out there, and made it to the highest peaks, and then was able to kind of get redemption and with the family. That's a huge story, man.
Man, I got my studio, I got my partner, I got all my awards, all my guitars, everything all hanging up on the wall there. It's at the studio. It's a pleasure and an honor to have that stuff hanging up. But honestly, I would give all that shit up. I would erase all that to have a fucking great show at the PWAC with my homies, like back in the days. You know what I mean? Like I would give all that shit up, man, just to have that back. I'm not that I'm saying I don't appreciate it. Trust me.
Right,
I'm fucking very proud of what I did. I busted my ass. 4 other Mark, Adam, Sean, John, even the other band members, everyone busted their ass. They all deserve it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
We paid our dues. Not like some bands out there who had it all handed to them. We fucking busted our asses. We paid backyards, basements, you name it, Indian reservations.
Yeah.
Fucking Taking Back Sunday went out there and busted their asses. So.
And there is something special about those early times when it's innocent before it was big time. There's something special about that.
Yeah, I miss that, man. I miss the smaller venues, I miss people crawling over me. I miss smelling other people's shitty breath and sweat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I miss the small shows. So hopefully Dead Hands will have that opportunity. Or honestly, I don't know. We're all old. Our generation's old. Thank God the new kids are trying to keep it alive. Thank God there's still a Long Island hardcore scene. There's still a scene, But,
and that's why I like that video you posted. I saw on your Facebook of that guy talking about how, we're older, but we're still not old. We're young. We're different than 50-year-olds when we were kids are
Yeah.
now are different than us as 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like,
My friend's father was 50, and me and him were going to shows when we were kids, and his father was a dimwit, no offense, but it's like I always said, yo, when we're parents, we're never gonna be like this. F that. Our kids, they're gonna be told how it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't hold back. My parenting is probably a little too upfront. But I'll tell you what, my daughter's fucking down in Cincinnati right now. Last night at a show with her friends, she could take care of herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I raised them. And I think it's our generation of we're still young, man. We're still cool as fuck. Like, we're the reason why you kids got all this shit. Music,
Exactly, man.
Music, games, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, it's true, dude. It's true, and I think rock music is the fountain of youth. Personally, look at the Rolling Stones and all these bands that they're still rocking out.
82 years old,
Yeah,
running around stage, man. I'm 52, and I feel like I only got a couple of years left. Fuck, I want to know what they drank. I want to know who they talked to. Who did they make a deal with? But man, I always said that I would kill to just one day drive back home, go to like the diner, Lindenhurst or Massapequa, and just see my buddy Dubin and Neil Rubenstein and just all my friends come in and sit down and just have a good laugh and just be complete assholes to each other, because that's all we are.
Right.
Like my fiance, my lady's like so used to me now, but she's like, man, wow, you guys must have been dicks. I was like, yeah, we're assholes.
That's just Long Island dudes, man. And props to Neil Rubenstein, man. He's a great comedian out here. I know he worked with you guys for a little bit. You guys had him out on stage and all that kind of stuff. So he was
he was a big Neil is a big part of Taking Back Sunday. Neil's a big part. He put lyrics into songs. He was our tour manager. I mean, that was my dude for years. Complete asshole like me, but doesn't matter. we're like the most loving, cuddly assholes. How about that?
That's it, man.
I was supposed to see Neil at the Comedy Shop in Cleveland, like last year, and I got COVID. I couldn't go.
Yeah.
I fucking went the whole time without COVID, and then one time I get COVID.
How often do you come back to Long Island?
I haven't been back in 2-3 years, maybe. My kids, I'm thinking this fall, we might plan a trip out there.
Dude,
just
awesome.
to see all my see. I don't know if you know George Fullen, General George.
Oh yeah.
I just want to see all my old peeps, and show them the stomping grounds where the band started. Just do that whole thing for them. They want that really bad.
Yeah,
and it'd be nice. It'd be nice to meet up with people, and
Well, we can get you, Neil, and the Governor's Comedy Club, and we'll just have a blast, man.
Actually, the last time I was in New York, my old band, Fate's Got a Driver, who recently want me to go write with them again, so I may go back to them. I don't know.
Right.
We played our last show as a band at the Amityville Music Hall.
Us, dude,
and
there you
literally, go. And that night I drove home. I got a hotel. I slept. Next morning, I woke up. Kobe died, crashed in that thing, and literally a month later, COVID hit and everything got shut down. That's the last time I was in New York. 2019.
Wow, yeah, 2019, man. Yeah, it's a crazy freaking year for sure. Wow, damn. Well, you got
crazy year, yeah.
But dude, man,
I will.
Have you checked off, like, with your career, right, that you've had, which is so amazing, all the bands that you've started and bands you've named, and then and responsible for, and then Taking Back Sunday, and you saw the world, you probably so many incredible things you never dreamed of.
Great shows. You know what?
You crossed everything off the bucket list?
Man, no, because when you cross everything off the bucket list, you die.
True.
I ain't got nothing on my bucket list. I live day by day, and whatever happens, happens. Except the booze. I stay away from that.
Yes, sir.
And the drug. And the drug. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I've done so many podcasts and so many interviews, and I wanted to keep this one really personal for you. I don't know how you wanted it to.
No, this is amazing.
Yeah. What was the question? I just forgot. Oh my God. I'm thinking of so many things I want to say to you.
I was saying when
Anyway, Long Island, yeah. Rock, yeah. Long Island.
when you look when you look back, I mean, how often do you look back at the career, and does it feel like a dream, or does it feel real, or like sometimes
it felt like a dream. Then you know what it is. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a dream because I mean I lived it. It feels real to me. Traveling was, man, I miss it, but I don't, you know.
right, yeah.
But I've been blessed with touring the world with some of the best dudes and musicians that I know. And I got to play some of the greatest fans all over the world, like Philippines and Australia, you name it, man. Maybe I did cross everything off the bucket list. As far as that,
Right.
But it's so weird, and I hate it because then you're with a group of people and they start talking about some, and then you go, "Oh yeah, you know, I went blah blah blah," and then people are like, "Oh God, shut up!" It's like, so I can't even talk about anything, or people think I'm bragging. I'm like, I'm not bragging. I'm just talking about it.
Right,
But
yeah.
I've been blessed. I've seen a lot of great places and things, and I played some great shows. I played some terrible shows. I've shared the stage with so many great bands, so many wonderful people I've met on tour who I've worked with. I never say they worked for me. I worked with them.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a happy guy. I'm very thankful. There was a period where I was really dark and I wasn't thankful and I was angry. But I beat those demons bad, got them the fuck out of my head. And now I'm just happy, thankful, and blessed. And I don't mean blessed because I'm religious. I mean blessed as in a good energy.
Right.
I'm a lucky man to have witnessed what I witnessed and to be around the people I was around. And I didn't take it for granted. Do I regret a lot of things I could have done differently? Yes. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot off of my bucket list. Yeah, you're right.
Awesome, man.
I want to wrestle a bear. I don't think it's going to happen.
You never know, man. I think you can do it.
I'm thinking if it's not a bear, then maybe, I don't know. I want to wrestle a sloth. I want to hold a sloth. Then I can finish my bucket list.
Hey, they have a place in Hop Hog that it's a sloth place. We could make that happen if you come to Long Island. Yeah, it's like a sloth
Are you
place.
serious?
I'm dead serious.
Don't say that to me because I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, you could take a picture with it and everything. I think
Okay.
Neil Rubenstein may have a picture with a sloth.
Where in Hop Hog?
It's like right off of 347. I don't know if you remember 347.
Like a petting zoo?
Yeah, it's
dude, I don't forget Long Island.
Yeah. There's like an intersection with the Carvel on 347. Right next to that Carvel is like a little place. It looks like a store, and it's a little petting zoo where you could pet sloths.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
So like a lot of people, you know, I haven't gone there yet, but a lot of people you see, like all my Facebook friends have gone there, and they have like their profile with the sloth. So
dude, I have a picture of me holding a koala. That was fucking terrifying. I'm not scared of nothing, man. But koalas are like, they have claws that are like bigger than my fingers.
Damn.
They're actually super aggressive and violent. But the only reason why they're slow and chill is because they're high all day on eucalyptus leaves. And the lady's telling me this shit while I'm holding it. I'm like, okay. But I think a sloth would be different.
That's hilarious. They're high on eucalyptus leaves, man. This is great.
Right.
So like if right now, like if they, like, because I know you haven't you said you didn't talk to them for a while. If any of them are watching from Taking Back Sunday, is there any message you want to tell them, or does
I miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing okay. It'd be nice to get a text once in a while. I mean, I'm still human. I'm still alive. I'm a good person. I'm sorry things, didn't work out. Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not like I'm asking them to take me back. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Genuinely, I miss those guys. Genuinely, I miss
Yeah.
them. Sometimes people that get on your fucking nerves, you just need a break from them, and then you realize, oh, there was a reason for all that, and then you appreciate it. I'm sure I'm fucking annoying. I annoy the shit out of everybody, but like, I miss those guys. I like to tell them it's good to see you guys still doing good. Thank you for not going a different route with me, and just it was a pleasure. No, it was an honor. How about that? But at the same time, there's a lot of other bullshit people don't know about. But we won't get into that. Anyway, Taking Back Sunday. Yeah, that was a journey, huh?
Yeah, amazing journey, and now you got the Dead Hands.
Dead
You're out
Hand.
there. Where could people find you guys have anything out there?
Nothing. Well, we're practicing today. We've been writing music for 2 years.
Nice.
Literally took 6 months to finish one song. Like, we're just not in a rush. We're like those dudes that are like, by the time this record comes out, one of us is going to be dead, or it's just going to be people are going to forget about us already. It's just fun, man. I have this weird feeling that because of the way we're doing it, people are going to catch on when it comes out. Because, yeah, it's fun.
Does it bring back the old vibes of the early days? Kind of starting over with? No,
absolutely not. No, I'm old. It's 5 old dudes with annoying teenage kids who waste half of practice sitting there. One of them's smoking a bowl, one of them's drinking a beer, and they're complaining about their wives. And then we all sit here and talk about how this is a great escape once a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Dead Hands.
Well, that's great.
It's a good band. I'm very blessed. They're all good friends. They're all good guys. So right. I hope we play a couple of shows, and I hope our music comes out. Our music will be out. It's just the show thing. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Who knows?
I'm looking forward to hearing some of the.
I'll send you a copy. I'll send you a copy before. I'll send you a song when it's all mixed and stuff. Tell me what you think.
That would be awesome, bro. I'll be honored to hear that and check it out. That'd be awesome.
We're trying to do that whole like early 90s, like the vibe we're going for, like I said, is like shoegazy, but just heavy and disgusting. But our singer he's kind of shooting for that early 90s. The one-hit wonders like Jaws of Clay.
Right.
Stuff like that. So it's weird. Like, that's how we're doing it. We're doing like a 90s style shoegazy, like Hum with more balls.
Wow. Damn. Yeah. I can't wait to hear this stuff, man. It sounds like it's going to be pretty damn awesome. Pretty epic.
Yeah. It's fun. That's what's important. It's fun.
Right on, dude. So, so now where could kind of people find you and follow you and like, and what
I live in Ohio. So if you're in Ohio, I'm sorry, my phone is about to die, and now I have to charge it again. Jesus Christ! Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to unplug. God damn it! I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good.
All right, I got you.
All right, I'm not seeing you yet.
No. My phone decided. There you go. You got it.
There you are. All right, cool.
Yeah. So, what was I talking about?
About where people could like find you, like if you're Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Eddie Sunday TBS is my Instagram, and I just post. It used to be. It's weird. In my old age, I'm starting to not care about Facebook and Instagram,
right?
Or any of that shit. I put it once in a while, or I'll say something, and then you have like the Brimians and the assholes from Long Island will leave their shitty, stupid comments. Like it always is. Like Sam, those guys. But it's just Instagram, and then my Facebook is my Facebook. People know where to find me, and Dead Hands, once it's legit and we're like okay with it, then we'll start putting stuff out, like where to download stuff and yada yada. But other than that, man, I mean, I don't really have much to say. I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty girl right here, though.
There you go. Excellent. Well, Eddie, thanks so much. Everybody, check out Eddie Reyes. Check out his body of work. Taking Back Sunday, the movie Life, Dead Hands, and Fate's Got a Driver. Yeah.
Clockwise. Fate's Got a Driver. My old band. We used to have music out. I might go. I might still work with those guys. I don't know. But yeah, man. Just living the life. You know, cat dad. Teenagers, still a hardcore kid. I'll never grow up.
There you go,
fucking
man.
have toys hanging up on my fucking, on my wall. So keep doing what you're doing. It's cool. I like to do it again. And when I get music ready, I'll definitely send you a copy. You'll hear it.
Excellent, bro.
I'm holding you to that hot sloth thing.
Dude, let's do it. Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
Serious about it. If you take me to go see a sloth with my kids when I go to Long Island in fall, that may be the end of my bucket list.
Good times. Eddie Reyes, everybody. Yes.
Hey, shout out to all the great people from Long Island. Neil Roomstein, Daryl, everybody. Tom Corrigan, Artie Shepard, everybody who I love. Mike Dubin. Shout out to all you guys, because I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for any of you people. And you too.
Right on, brother. Right on. You rock, man. Appreciate you.